say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New Orleans Saints. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while, but 2 teams like this. And I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
Play action. It's Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They go play action with Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Micah Parsons in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Here's Jackson. Going long here for Wallace. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Go to work, guys. Go to work.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Saints have taken the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Ravens 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and 2. Here's Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Richards. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon, and taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find two unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here. Two heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
Room to run past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Dobbins running out of the gun. Runs over him. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 67 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Touchdown! Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Jackson on 1st down. This is caught. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Jackson on 1st down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Jackson. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Perriman, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
51, Mike 51. Here we go. Begin.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
2nd and 10. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 43-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Jackson now. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. He finds his man, complete. That's Richards. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Second and 2. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Mixon running right. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Now Jackson back into his end zone. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Touchdown! Mark Andrews hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Justin Jefferson, 66 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So right back to square one. Tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for Baltimore.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a give to Dobbins running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher, and all night long he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They're going to look to throw. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Cmereeeee now for the point after. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson connecting with Andrews. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
You. Check. Jim. Right.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Real quick. Mike 51. Oh. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Slow.
Throwing, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, Brown, a nice catch. And that's a touchdown as they break our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline just took the lead. You got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and not already celebrating a win.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. One possession gain. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. He'll look to throw. Gets this to fail. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He's back to throw. This goes out wide for Mixon. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off at the 38. The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands? And off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And they'll indeed take a knee. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys are saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Baltimore, the streak lives as they move.